Hey, welcome to Advantage Day Trading on this 25th day of November. Happy Monday morning. And happy holidays. This is a look at SPY this morning, and yeah, trying to get back up to all-time highs. Getting pretty close. Might actually be there, not quite yet. On the gap scanner this morning, VSTE is one of the hot stocks moving up this morning. It's an updated funding agreement to access up to 30 million of its 65 million grant from the Australian Renewable Energy. I've already traded it a little bit this morning. Yeah, I traded it down in here. A couple of quick stabs. My reason for getting in this one was a bounce off of that level right there. And then as we started to see it breaking out here on some volume, you see the volume came out in this candle. I bought the pullback to this breakout spot and didn't hold very long. Bought another little pullback here for the breakthrough 264. It wasn't holding up, so I got back out. I waited for the break, jumped in it, and sold up here close to this next resistance. And now it's consolidating off of 298. So I'll put this one on the watch list, VSTE. So that'll go over here on my trading windows. And it looks like it maybe wants to break through the high up here. Question is, well, I'd like to trade it, but I kind of want to look at what else is gapping up. There's less than 15 minutes till the open. It looks like it could possibly, if it gets through that $3 level, it might just take off. What do we have on daily time frame here? Oh, there isn't a whole lot as far as daily levels go. I mean, I don't know. There isn't anything super obvious up until $8. All right, so we'll see what happens there. That is the leading gapper in the entire market this morning. WLDS is the next leading gapper, up 54%, and it doesn't have any news on it that I can see. VSTE, by the way, relative volume is only 1.11, which isn't huge. Relative volume on WLDS is 46.3, so that is pretty big. But I think yeah, it had a big day on Friday, looks like, but on light volume. Trading below VWAP, I don't know, it's consolidation on the hourly time frame. No news on it. I'm just not sure on this one if it's going to do much of anything. It's got a, I don't know if I believe that float, 756,000. That's pretty low, which is great, but doesn't seem to be trading like a low float stock like that. I mean, you know, made a 100% move. So anything that can, anytime a stock can make a 100% move, you know, there's potential. And I see VSTE over here is now consolidating, pulling back down here. Might see a bounce off of 264. I don't know about WLDS, RGTI. Float's too high on this one. I mean, see, it's got some news, quantum computing stocks. So this one's got a higher relative volume. I mean, it's up 48%. I know the float's a little large, but yeah. No, I don't think, I'm probably not going to touch that one. I don't know how much potential that really has. QMCO, quantum computing stocks. Here we go. This is the news I saw earlier. Rallying following launch of Amazon Web Services Quantum Embark program. This one's got a relative volume of 874. Wow. It's the manufacturing sector. It's got a decent float. I don't mind the price. It's not too bad. Let's check out some daily levels here. So trading up at $14, and we have ourselves, if I can get that, a level up at 17, 18, just in case it wants to go higher. Looks like we got something up here at 23. We'll see if it gets that high. Hourly uptrend. Yeah, I'll load it up. I'll watch this one for sure. And you can see VSTE bouncing off of that 264, the 264 level. What else do I have here? That's those. Yeah, QUBT. That's one I traded this morning. Oh, it's right here. I just wanted to see what it's doing now. So I traded this one right back here. Just took a quick trade on it. I don't see the level I was looking at now. Oh, I think it didn't actually come down to it. That's right. I had this marked out, but it came down pretty close to it. Let me see here. No, I'm pretty sure that's not what I was watching. I can't seem to figure out what I was looking at. Anyways, not important. QUBT. It's got a higher float and stuff. I probably won't trade it again. Let's look at the gap scan further down. This one float's too high, volume's pretty light. Yuck, that one's ugly. SRRK, it's got a higher float, higher price, no news. BBIO has some news on it. It's manufacturing, chemical manufacturing. It looks like it's a pharmaceutical, pharma's drug for rare heart disease. Relative volume's not that great. It's got a really high float on it, and it's also higher priced. I'm going to leave that one alone. XCur, no. SMTK. So we're getting further down here, and I'm not really liking any of these. This one's got a decent float, PDYN. It doesn't have any news, so there's no catalyst there. QBTS. It's, you know, it's, I don't know. It's part of that quantum computing news. So I don't know. I can't say I hate QUBT. I mean, it is an hourly uptrend, and maybe there will be something there. I might put it on my list over here just for lack of anything else. But it's only up 17%. What do we have on? These are the cheaper stocks, below $1. So QMMM, no news, holding up. It's got a low float. So cheaper stock, starting to try to break out here. High relative volume. It's got decent volume on it right now for this type of stock. 5 minutes to go. And I'm uncertain at this point. What's the next one down here? This one is a Navy contract announcement. It's trading at 60 cents. Super light volume. Probably not going to be too interested in that. So it's either QMMM, or what was... Yeah, this one had too high of a float. I don't have WLDS up there, but I didn't like... I mean, you might see a bounce out of it. Looking for an hourly higher low, but it's given back about 50% of its move there. Yeah, I don't know. Screw it. I'll take the QMMM stock. We'll put that up there. So this is my watch list this morning. It's kind of hard to pick from. I think VSTE is the obvious one. I mean, maybe it's the obvious one. I don't know. It's the leading gapper. It's got news on it. So that's why I say could be the obvious one. The one thing I didn't do here, this one's got no daily resistance for quite a while. I mean, you could maybe call this a level, and you got the 200 moving average. Okay. Okay, and QUBT, I don't know if I marked out the dailies on that. Let's just go ahead and clear some lines on this, and let me see, you're trading up at 750. This one's just been going up and up and up over the last few days. You gotta look a long ways back here to find. So 890. Okay, moving on here. I don't have much time. So VSTE, here I've got QMCO, QMMM, and QUBT. What's up with all the Qs? This one's going. Okay. All right, so breaking through its pre-market high of 752, so that's a nice break. All right, so every morning I'm starting out, oh, look at this, and it's just about time to go here. Okay, kind of lost track of time. Lost track of the time here. All right, well, 5 seconds to go. think it just got halted. Nope, it didn't. I put in a limit order there. There we go. That 1 minute candle is about to close. I look for a pullback to maybe $13.99. On QMCO, I definitely am using limit orders for this. Don't get filled as quick, but the spreads are wide, so. I'm pretty close to my daily goal, but we'll see what this wants to do. Okay. So what I'm doing each day is trying to hit my daily goal of $20, and I'm starting that way and not trying to push it. I'm at my $20 goal right now. And you can see at the top of your screen there, it says there are two different profits, 25.51 and also 20.51. 20.51 is my actual profit. So what I do is every morning I start out with a $5 credit. Basically, I start out with a $20 credit, but I split it up into fours, and this gets very complicated. And if I want to, right now, if I want to, I could go ahead and I could hit my next credit. And if I do that, what it should do, and it didn't, so I've got to set that up still. But anyways, oh yeah, it did. Okay, so my next credit is right there, $5. So you can see, so I already made, 20 bucks. So it's showing $25 over there on credit one because it's adding that credit in there with it, but my actual profit is 20. So rather than saying if I lose $5, I have to stop, I'm actually giving myself the credit of $5 and saying, here's how much I'm willing to spend today, or at least in this set. And I'm willing to spend a maximum of 20. But, and if I use up that first $5, then I move on to the next $5, and I've got 4 chances to grow $5 into something. And I did that with my first $5 set, my first credit, and I grew it all the way up to $20 in profits. So, and that's my daily goal. And it looks like there's probably a lot more opportunity here today, but I'm not going to push it. I'm starting out a fairly new challenge. We'll get back to the charts in a second, but this one here, as it broke out, oftentimes, as what I will do is when you see a breakout like this over a key resistance, I wait for it to pull back, jump in it, and that's what I did. I jumped in down here, let it, surge back up again, and then sell it, and then buying the pullback here. And I got a feeling this thing might want to go, but it's got a double top now to get over at 1560. Took a small trade over here off of this support on VSTE, but when this one started breaking, I thought that, QMCO seemed like a better idea. Is actually moving in the correct direction. And I wasn't sure about this level as far as holding up. I did make a little bit of money on that trade, amazingly, considering that's a red candle. This one here got halted, QMMM. So I don't know, it halted below a resistance, and so you got to be careful on those because there's a lot of times when they halt below a resistance, they oftentimes will resume flat or lower. Not every time, but more times than not, I've seen that happen. And I think the reason why that is because there's still a lot of short interest. There's a nice pullback into this zone on QUBT. This one is holding the EMA, the VWAP. So there would have been nothing wrong with trying to nail an entry there at $7.30. Maybe taking a little bit of profit on the way up and looking for the break through pre-market highs. Here we go. Let's see what happens with QMM. So it opened flat, and now here it goes, surging up, coming up to that 160 resistance. Let's see if this one maybe is strong enough it might get through it and cause a short squeeze into another halt. Well, I think it just did halt again, so nice action. Let's see, this is an awesome pullback here to this level right down here. That's awesome. That's great. Good to see that working. Possible red to green on VSTE. Wouldn't take much to do it. You got a high of day of 253. Looking for a bounce here on that 5-minute time frame. Hitting the gap, hitting the high day scanner is ONB, IONQ, RGTI. That was on the gap scan, I believe. I'm gonna go full screen here. So I've already got 4 trading days under my belt in this challenge that I'm doing. I'm on level 1. Level 1. To clear this level, I need $200 in total. So my target is to make 20. I said first target because if I wanted to, if I hit $20, I can go to that next credit level if I wanted to kind of feel like I'm going to start over and just try to grow that $5. And look at this. This is beautiful. Oh, you can't see it. Okay, never mind. What I'm going to do, 2051 is my profit today. Yeah, right. My high was 21 and my low was 0. So there we go. So I've had 1, 2, 3, 4 green days in a row. My first day was a red day. I was actually started off in the negative, and I decided to not push it and just to hit my daily goal and stop. And that's what I've done for the last 4 days, and it's been paying off. I'm up $85 now, so I'm almost halfway to 200. And then what happens when I get through with this level, I go on to level 2 and everything doubles. So I have to make $400, actually $500. It's gonna just a little more than double on this first step up, and then from there on it'll double exactly. But so my next level would be level 2, and I would have to make $500 with the target being $50 a day. Expected daily average is still, I don't know, because I really don't. I don't have enough data here to determine what my daily average might be and what I would expect. If I had to guess, I'd say half. I'd say if I'm looking for 20, I'd say my average would probably be about 10, because you have to count for losses days when I'm red. But right now my average is 1716, which is phenomenal. Risk per trade is $5. That's actually my credit, and then daily max loss is $20. If I hit that, then I end up having to stop. So we'll see how many days it takes me to get to 200, and then we get to move on to bigger and better things. All right, so this is what I was talking about. This one took off. It was nice on the 15-second chart here. It just went woof. But now it's consolidating. This one here still halted, QMMM. We should see resumption shortly. At about 6:41, so in another minute. This one came back into this consolidation zone back in here. Down in here. But it's got a lot of resistance to get over. And this one's kind of selling off here too. So real quick, I want to take a look. I traded QMCO. So QMCO here, kind of already went over this, but yeah, this is one where, you know, it broke out really quick, really hard, really fast, right at the open. I let it pull back and I jumped in it a couple of times and sold as it popped back up. And then on the next go here, I was looking for $13.99. Wasn't sure if it would actually get back there, so I went ahead and jumped in it down here as this candle was red coming down. And it looks like I added to it up here, but ended up selling, making some money on that. I think that was, yeah, those were the only trades I took on QMCO, and ended up making $11.68. So I made over half my daily goal just on those few trades on QMCO. And so the next one is VSTE. Made most of my money on this one pre-market. Kind of already went over those trades at the beginning of this video, but I can take a look at them again if I can remember. So I had a 220 marked out down here. Did get in at 220 down here at this support level. Got in a little early here, but these are quick profits. Just starting out, you know, I like to take the profit quick, just to build a cushion on the day. So it consolidated around here, bounced around, started to break out. Big move up here, volume came in. So I bought this pullback to the volume weighted average price, EMA crossover coming on up. So I bought that, sold it real quick. Probably should have held it a little longer, but being that it's pre-market, it's hard to get out if it flushes. So that's another reason for taking profit quick. It starts coming up to that 264 level. I'm like, I don't know, but I bought it anyways, and it didn't look like it was going to break. I was watching the bid and the ask. The bid specifically on the price ladder, the bid never got over 264, even though the price, the candle wick shows that it did, that the price did get over that. But I'm looking at the bid. I want to see the bid get over 264 for me to feel comfortable holding this, and it didn't. It started rejecting, so I got back out. I let it consolidate, and then it started breaking out, and so that's when I jumped in it when it got over 264 finally, and I didn't hesitate, and I held that baby because I had 298 as a target, and so I sold as it got right up to that 298 level. I didn't trade it again pre-market. Took that one trade here right at the open on a pullback to this support, and somehow made a little bit of money on that. The other stock I traded today was QMCO. No. Which one was it? I think it was, I have to look. Yeah, it was the QUBT, and I already went over that one too. If I can get over there to it. And this was a pre-market dealy wheelie, and this is the one here where, you know, you got this support right here at 721, so I bought that, sold it right there, and that was it. Didn't trade that one again. Wasn't even watching it. So amazingly, I didn't even trade these two over here, QUBT, that's the one we just went over. But I didn't trade it after, you know, at the open. So on the gap scan or a Hive day scanner, ooh, look at this, ACHR. I don't see any news on it, but it's moving up. It has been for several days. Coming up to some key resistances. Well, nope, broke through them. Yeah, it's coming up to a key resistance up here. 750. That's a pretty incredible move there. So QMCO is hitting the high of day scan because it's breaking through this resistance. There it goes. There he goes. Boy, I want to trade that, you know? See, that's a pullback that I probably would have bought. This one's good on the pullbacks because it's got that spread, you know? Put in a limit order. Limit order goes way below the last price. But if the price pulls back to that limit order, you're probably going to get some... I always figure, you know, you're probably going to have a good chance of making some money on it. So it's got a daily level up at $17. There it goes, making its way to 17. Nice little burst. There it goes. Up over 1650 now. That would have been a nice pullback to get. Plenty of time left on this 5-minute candle. 1-minute candle's getting close to closing. See if it can hit 17 before it closes. There it is. That's 17. So there's the target. New 1-minute candle, little micro pullback there. All right, cool. Well, I wish I could have traded that, but I'm sticking to my guns and stopping when I hit my daily goal. And as I move along, I'll start to open it up a little bit. But all right, that's going to do it for me. I'm out of here. I'll see you back here first thing in the morning.